Tuesday, 6th of January 26. This is me looking at the Nationwide Building Society Fairer Share scheme, where they basically give members money each year since 2023. In 23 and 24 and 25 they gave those who qualify £100. So I'm just looking at it to understand it for myself. So this is sort of a recce thing. As people who know about it, you'll know basically you need a current account and you need usually either a savings account or a mortgage, and you've got to have a certain amount in and stuff. So for the free current accounts, I mean for the one that you pay for, the current account, as long as you've got that paid current account, then I think you qualify. I'll just look at it here. I've got it. FlexPlus it's called, which costs £18 a month. And there are things that you get with that though, like certain types of insurance. So that might actually be cheaper than getting the insurance separately. So definitely look at that, you know. For cars they've got breakdown insurance. I don't think they do actual car insurance. But anyway, if you're with one of the free flex accounts, then you probably have to qualify for the Fairer Share scheme, which is where you get the last 3 years. I get £100 as long as you had a current account between January and March and a savings account, and you've got to do the qualification things as well. So for the free current accounts, we're looking at FlexAccount, their basic one, and the reason I'm looking at this is because there's lots of ways where the poor can get micropayments. I'm looking at it for the poor, really, you know. So Citizens Advice should be telling you about these things, and Martin Lewis probably does. He's the best. I mean, if I was Prime Minister, he would be my consumer minister. You know, you can't consumer affairs. You can't get anyone better, really, which is amazing since he sold out. You know, he sold his business for like 70 million or something, but he still gets so much input that it's still it's still probably the best site to go to. That's moneysavingsexpert.com. But I'm just going to go through this via Google Gemini. You can do the same. Like if you get a Nationwide account, you could go to Google Gemini or Grok and type in, how do I qualify for Fairer Share? And then whatever account you've got. I've got a Flex account and this amount in a savings account, or how much do I need in a savings account, etc. It's usually £100 in savings across any savings account in January, February and March. That's not putting in, that's just having £100. Or maybe it's just £100 on March the 31st. See, this is sort of a recce thing that I'm looking at. But it is a shame for the poor, because there's all these ways where you can make up micro money. I mean, £100 is quite a lot. I mean, I look at it as if you're paying for your BBC TV licence, you know, you're nearly there already. But anyway, to qualify for the 2026 Fairer Share payment using a Flex account, which is a basic current account, which most of us would have if you're using a free account, you need to satisfy the active user criteria during the first 3 months of this year. So active user is what you're looking at here. If you had the Flex Plus, you wouldn't need to bother, because I think just by paying that £18 a month, you're qualify anyway. But if you get the free Flex account, you need to qualify via active user criteria. So this is a qualification period, January, February, March, based on the rules established by Debbie Crosbie. That's the CEO who started this. She's a total hero to me. You know, she's Scottish as well. She's Dame Debbie Crosbie. She's one of the great banking heroes of all time, probably, in my opinion, for starting this up. And her team over the last 3 years. Here is your checklist. So, the active account rule. You must meet one of the following 2 requirements in at least 2 of the first 3 months, January, February and March 2026. So 2 out of these 3 months Option A, receive at least £500 into your Flex account, e.g. your salary or a transfer from an external bank. So, and make at least 2 payments out. So, and is a big word there. E.g. direct debits, standing orders, or direct debit or debit card purchases. So if you've not got a direct debit or a standing order, you can still use your card to pay for debit card purchases. So I would recommend that. And you've got to do that 2 times a month. So whatever you can do out of those two. And you've got to have at least £500 coming in that month as well. So that could be your salary or benefits or pension. You know, I'm looking at it from the poor point of view, because I don't want the poor to miss out on these sort of things, you know, because they're usually the ones that miss out in these things. It's the same as shopping now at the supermarkets. You really need their cards, the supermarket card, because you're missing out on a fortune now really on savings, either from special deals they're doing, and then also you get points each time as well, you know, you can build them up. So really, if shopping at supermarkets, you need cards now, you need the supermarket card. So this is the sort of thing that poor miss out. So I think it's important. So and I'm looking at this to understand it as well, because this is a recce trip really. I've not absorbed it as myself. So you need to receive at least £500 in. So that's typical in a month. That could be January or February, or January or March, February or March, I think. And 2 payments out. But that can be by debit card. So you could just use your debit card to make sure you time me for that. And then option B, this is the other way, make at least 10 payments out of your Flex account. Debit card spending, bills, etc. So you could use your debit card 10 times in a month, either January, February, March, 2 of those months, and you qualify. So that's quite a good way for the poor, because if you've not got any money coming in, you would need to put money in there somehow. Probably even you could take it from your savings account, and then you've got to spend, but you've got to spend it. So that's option B. So that is the easiest one if you've not got any money coming in, or you've not got direct debits going out or whatever, by the looks of it. Note, transfers between your own accounts, like moving money from your Flex account to your nationwide savings, typically do not count towards the £500 deposit requirement. So you can just move from your savings to your Flex account £500. So that's important, and that's for option A, I think. But you could transfer your money from your savings into Flex account and do option B, I presume, and use your debit card 10 times in a month. But you'll need to check yourself, you know, you can check with Google Gemini and that, but that's how it's looking to be anyway. And then option 2, or rule 2 actually, is the member rule. Holding a current account isn't enough on its own. You must also have one of these 2 things in place by the end of March. So that's the current account part. There's also the savings or mortgage part. Savings, at least £100 total across any nationwide savings accounts or personal ISAs. So that's £100 across any, you know, if you get 3 different savings, £30 in one, £20 in another, £50 in another, that's £100. So it doesn't need to be £100 in one savings account. Check that though, you know, double check everything I'm saying. Or you can have a mortgage, a nationwide residential mortgage with at least £100 remaining on the balance. Well, I'm guessing most poor people don't have a mortgage, you know, but there you go. If you get a mortgage, there you go. You're almost in there already. And 3, the stay open rule. You must keep your Flex account open until the payment is made, usually in June, July. Yeah, so remember that as well. You can't just close it in March, at the end of March. You've got to, I mean, I don't see a reason to close it anyway, because Nationwide's pretty good for savings and stuff anyway. If you close the account or switch away to another bank before the payout date, you will forfeit the £100 even if you met all the other criteria. So here's a summary checklist. To ensure this month counts as one of your qualifying months, you should. So this would be 2 months out of January, February or March. For your Flex account, pay £500 into your Flex account before January 31st. Say for this month, using this as one of the qualifying months. 2 out of 3 out of January, February or March. Buy at least 2 items with your debit card or pay 2 bills. So if you've not got any bills, direct debits, then use your debit card twice. That's as you're doing the £500 thing. Ensure you have £100 sitting in a nationwide savings account. So there's the 3 main things. But it does say there, option B for the current account, make at least 10 payments out of your Flex account. So I presume you could just do 2 direct debit. No, not direct debit. 2 debit card, 10 debit card payments out of your current account. You'll need to put money in there. If you've not got anything coming in, you would need to take it from savings or, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, and the next thing, I just asked how much is FlexPlus, because FlexPlus, you qualify just by being it, because you're paying for that current account. As of January 26, the nationwide FlexPlus account costs £18 per month, totalling £216 per year. The fee was increased from £13 to £18 in late 24, the first price hike the account had seen in 7 years. Yeah, because the interesting thing about this is you get a lot of benefits with these paid for current accounts. The account includes worldwide family travel insurance, covers you, your partner and dependent children. Worldwide family mobile phone insurance, covers loss, theft, damage and breakdown for the whole family's handsets. UK and European breakdown cover provided by the AA, covering any vehicle you are travelling in. So it's not just your own car, it's whatever you're travelling in as well. And fee-free spending abroad. No transaction fees when using your Visa debit card outside the UK. And there's a comparison to qualify for the Fairer Share scheme, which is where you get, well, we're expecting £100 this year. So a Flex account is free, FlexPlus is £18 a month. Pay-in requirement for the Flex account, £500 per month. Transaction requirement, 10 transactions or 2 via direct debit. I'll need to check that again because I'm getting confused now about the £500. Fairer Share is medium. You must track it, keep track to make sure you qualify. But with the FlexPlus, you're paying £18 a month and basically you don't need to worry about anything else. You'll qualify for the Fairer Share scheme from that. So that means if they get £100 this year from the Fairer Share scheme, you're paying £216 for your nationwide FlexPlus account. You can take £100 off that from the Fairer Share scheme, so that's £116, and you're getting worldwide family travel insurance, worldwide family mobile phone insurance, UK and European breakdown cover and fee-free spending abroad. But see, the interesting thing to me, I would say, is the breakdown cover, because probably a lot of us do that sort of thing twice. Same with travel insurance. If you're using breakdown cover from someone else, maybe for that alone it might be worth, but I doubt it. You can get some of them that do like, I don't know, £35 a year. I don't know how good it is though, because there's all sorts of catches to these things, like some of them don't come to your house if it's broken down at your house. You've got to have broken down within a mile from your house, that sort of thing, so you really need to look out for that. So this is sort of a recce trip thing. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the active account rule. It says option B. So this is as if it's two different options. I'm going to check that to make sure. Here I've asked it to clarify about option B on the FlexAccount, which is a free nationwide account. They've got a few other current accounts that are free, but I think they're for like young people or students. I can't remember. This is a recce thing. Actually, for option B, you do not need the £500 deposit, and this is what I was wanting to clarify. Nationwide provides two distinct paths to qualify with a Flex account. You only need to satisfy one of these paths in at least 2 of the 3 months, January, February and March. Your two choices for Flex accounts: Path A, £500 or more money in, so that's a deposit focus. Money out, you need 2 payments out per month. Path B, transaction focus, that's 0 money in and 10 payments out. So that could be debit card payments, you know. So you'll need to put money in somehow to the current account, but you could take it from a savings account or you could put it in yourself. You don't need it to be a salary or a benefit or a pension or whatever, you know. So even just for that, it's worth it, you know, I think. Why choose Path B? If you don't want to worry about moving £500 into the account, you can simply use your Flex account for your everyday small purchases. As long as you make 10 separate payments, like buying a coffee, groceries, or paying a bill, in 2 out of the 3 months, you meet the current account requirement. But important reminders: the member requirement still applies. Regardless of which path you choose for your Flex account, you still need to have £100 in a nationwide savings account or a nationwide mortgage by March 31st, 2026. So that £100, does that mean you can have 0 in January and February and put the money £100 in March? I don't know, you'll need to check that yourself. But I think so. I think it's you need £100 in savings on that day or buy. Don't quote me on it. Excluded transactions, internal transfers, moving money between your own nationwide accounts, and account charges, interest do not count towards the 10 payments. So you could even just use your debit card, Flex account debit card, to pay for a cup of coffee. I mean, it looks as if there's not a minimum payment. So from what, you'll need to check that yourself, of course. So they've got eligibility rules as well, or they're looking at from 2025. Helpful, as the 2026 criteria are expected to follow the same pattern. It's just a pity they haven't got a 2026 criteria already, you know, eligibility rules. But this video explains the specific hoops members had to jump through in previous years, which is identical to the logic being applied for the 26 payout. Yeah, so there you go. I was just looking at that. That's if you've not got any money going in. I mean, don't quote me on it, but it looks like, you need to check for yourself, but it looks like, say you had £500 or whatever. You don't even need £500. Say you've got £50. You put that in your current account somehow, whether it's from another bank or something, and then you make 10 debit card payments, even for cups of coffee, per month out of 2 to 3 months. That should qualify you. Don't quote me on that, you know. I'm just trying to help you, put you on the right path. Like I say, maybe even Martin Lewis's stuff about this on the moneysavingexpert.com website. I think he's the best consumer affairs. I'm sure a lot of the others are good, but I know he's good. So I trust him really implicitly. Like, if I was Prime Minister, I'd make him Consumer Affairs Minister. I'd also use AI search, you know. This is the new thing in my life, like since about July last year. I've been using AI searches like Google Gemini and Grok, and I'm getting instant answers, you know. It's like having the wisest person telling you something, you know. It really is life-changing, in my opinion. So if you're not already using AI searches I recommend you do, because you can really ask it anything at all, and you'll probably get a really wise answer. So, yeah, there you go. Okay, bye bye.